Students, today we will learn writing a letter to editors. This is a very popular question, how do we write a letter to editor? That's what we will learn today. Students, the following topics we will cover in this chapter. The first you need to know is that what is a letter to editor? Which letter are known as letters to editor actually, and then you would learn that why should you actually write a letter to the editor? What is the need? It means to say that what is their need to write a letter to the editors. And then we will cover the topic in this chapter, when should you write a letter to the editor. We will cover every topic about this kind of letter, that what is a letter to editor, and why do we need to write such letters, and when actually do we need to write such letter. And then we will also read that in which form should you write this letter, whether you should write this in email form or in normal letter form. And then we will see that how do you write a letter to the editor. That's the most important thing, because we always give examples of letter. We write a letter, we generally teach, but we never teach anyone that what's the format, how we should write that. Now students, first we will see what is a letter to editor. So actually the letters that you write to the editor of a newspaper are actually the letters of editor. And students, when you feel strongly about an issue, and when actually it's needed to write letters to editor, it's all about the opinions. Students, when you strongly feel the need of conveying something, you feel that you should convey your opinion to everyone. You should feel that this is the way you should, this is the way forward, and you should, so in that case actually you write a letter to editors, because this is the mass communication. With the help of with the help of newspaper, you can actually convey your masses across many people. So actually when you strongly feel about an issue and you want to let people know about what you think, you believe you can even influence people to take some action if you speak your mind, then you actually choose this way of writing a letter to the editor of a newspaper, editor of a popular newspaper, editor of a famous newspaper, which everyone actually read. And then but you want to reach an audience larger than just your friends or your group membership. So letter to editor can be very effective way to get the word out. So actually to convey your message to the larger audience, what to your opinion, to your feelings, if you want to convey it to a bigger opinion, to a bigger audience, to everyone, then we take the way of newspaper, because it has a longer reach. These days the means of communication are spreading day by day. We have so many different ways of actually we can use social media as. So actually student, a letter to editor is actually a way of talking to a newspaper, magazine, or other regularly printed publication. Letters to the editor are generally found in the first section of the newspaper, or towards the beginning of a magazine, or in the additional page. They can take a position for or against an issue, or they simply inform, or both. They can convince readers by using emotions or facts, or emotions and facts combined. Letters to the editor are usually short and tight. Tight means to say that up to the point, and rarely longer than 300 words. It means to say that it rarely as long as 300 words. It's more likely than not that it would be about students, a letter to the editor is a written way of talking to a newspaper, magazine, or other regularly printed publication. Letters to the editor are generally found in the first section of the newspaper, or towards the beginning of a magazine, or in the additional page. They can take a position for or against an issue, or simply inform, or both. They can convince readers by using emotions or facts, or emotions and facts combined. Letters to the editor are usually short and tight, rarely longer than 300 words. Using a few carefully placed letters, you can generate plenty of community discussion. You can also keep an issue going by preventing it from disappearing from the public eye. You can stimulate the interest of the new media and create more coverage for the matters you are working on. You can also send a good newsletter to bring recognition to people who deserve it, or acknowledge the success of an effort. Students, now we will see why should you write a letter. Actually, letters to the editor are among the most widely read features in any newspaper or magazine. They allow you to reach a large audience. You can probably think of many more specific reasons why you might want to write to the editor, but here are a few general ones. But here are some of the reasons why you should write the letters. Actually, reason number one is, actually, if you are angry about something and want others also to know about that, then you actually write a letter to the editor, to express your views and desire to everyone, to reach, to share your opinions with everyone. And then if you think that an issue is so important that you should speak out about it, only then in the welfare of society or the country, if you think that something should be known to everyone, then you actually write a letter to editor. And then, as a part of your group's strategy to persuade others to take a specific action, and if you want that, an authority, or the people actually in general take a particular action, just do a particular sort of thing, then to inform, to let them know, you actually write such to the editor of a particular newspaper. Actually, so in simple way, to reach the people more and more, that's the way